Guys, I hope you guys are having a good day. Sorry about my voice. I'm losing my voice. I think I just was talking too much the other night. But this is my one and only time addressing this, and this is only because it is being portrayed that I'm homophobic or whatever William and Carla and them want to say. Um, but number one, I never ever called William anything homophobic while on live, like Carla said I did. I said whoever was behind the Cartman page, who said they ejaculated on my child's picture, which was like the worst word I could find. That same time, he was still sharing my minor children's pictures, their post out to different pages, and posted my daughter's school, and made the CPS report, the animal control report. And if you also look at that screenshot he posted, of the screen recording of the screen shares Carla sent him of all the stuff that I was saying behind the scenes to my friends that I thought were my friends. Um, Look at what's above and below. The police were sent to my house the night before last on a false call of me online threatening to harm myself and my children and stating that I threatened him as well. He used one of my moderators' names as the caller, which we all knew was a lie. But this right here just proves that not only did he make the false call, so that's why I just called the police now, so I can go ahead and show them that this is proof that he did it. But well, not really that he did it per se, but Carla's name is on there, and she was fully aware of it, fully on board with it. Don't think he really meant to share that, but that's not here nor there. Um, the only reason I'm making this video is to apologize to anybody from the LGBTQ plus community that may be offended. Um, those of you know that my own child is a part of that community. My grandfather, so many people in my family are part of that. So I don't care what anybody says. I'm not homophobic. I was triggered, I was mad, and I was venting to someone I thought was a friend, okay? Um, there's going to be screenshots, or actually a video, of all of the conversations pertaining to him or just various different things. I'm just going through and have to keep screen recording stuff and all that to prove to you guys exactly why Carla turned on me to begin with. So that'll be coming here in a few days or so. But um, regardless of all that, I don't take back anything I've ever said to him or about him. I don't care what anyone says. The things he has done to my children, my family, my husband, this is not just internet stuff. He has actually made CPS calls, animal control calls, false police reports. And that right here was just proof that, oh, I needed a welfare check. We literally were just talking that night on that live. So I needed a welfare check. Oh, okay. Well, that's what he does. Okay. So at the end of the day, I apologize for whoever I may have offended, but I do not apologize for anything I've ever said to him. When it comes to my children, I don't play. Now, if I recall, if you guys go to the WC awareness page and scroll through, you'll see a screenshot of a post that he made from his Facebook page that he hides behind, making transphobic comments towards someone that he thought was trans. Um, because I was told that this person was back then. This was like almost a year ago. Um, I have soon found out that that wasn't true, but that's what I was told. Talking to yet again who I thought was a friend, but he made transphobic comments, also the racist comments he keeps making about me. He keeps talking about my race. He keeps talking, lying, saying he did an ancestry. He checked my ancestry and both my parents are white. Well, that's awkward because I've never submitted my DNA to any of that stuff. So even if you were able to get that information, it's not even on there. Um, the fact that he calls my house a Section 8 household just because we're a black household. The fact that he um, he pretends to be black women on these profiles, and he makes these comments, and he tries to make it appear that black women are ignorant by the wordings that he's using, and it's crazy. Like one of the comments, he said he's scratching his head under his wig or something like that. Um, So just all types. And then the Muslim comment he made on his Twitter, which all of that will be coming back out in a couple weeks when we do the live on somebody else's panel that invited me, with the proof again, like it was before when I exposed it, that the Twitter is his, when he said all Muslims are terrorists and need to go back to their country. Okay. So he said all that publicly. Okay. He said all that openly and willingly. Now, is it right that I said it in general? No, it's not. But I don't apologize for saying it to him. I was venting to a friend after a grown man said he ejaculated on my child's picture. After a grown man was sharing my minor children's pictures to these different Facebook groups. After a grown man made a false police report on me, false animal control report on me, false CPS report on me, and all because he's jealous. Because I already showed you guys the email that started all this. On this August 7th of last year, everything was fine. August 8th, he commented under a post that was doxing my children and said, "That's what I get." Now, if you guys aren't aware that this person, William Cartwright, he is he has been doing this to dozens of women over the past several years. This is not just me. He has gotten so many people scared of him, from individual viewers all the way to content creators. You stand up to him, you defend yourself, he twists everything around and tries to make it seem like, oh, it's your fault. But he's not going to tell everybody what he did to cause all that. But bottom line is, not one of you can tell me that you have went to your friends and vented just to say the most horrible things about someone who hurt you, especially pertaining to your kids, just because you were mad. I never publicly called anybody anything homophobic. Besides that night during that live, as he was sharing my daughter's pictures repeatedly on these Facebook pages and saying the things about ejaculating on her pictures and stuff like that. And I wanted to say to whoever it was, I said, that's what they were the F word. So, as you can see, Carla, aka Grim, is in agreement with things that he's doing to children and women, which is actually kind of sick considering she's a parent and grandparent herself. I don't understand any woman that could do this. Um, but I will be showing proof as to what ended all of this. Um, as far as her being upset and, about me not messaging in the chat like, you know, she thought I should. And it wasn't just her, it was all three of them. But at the end of the day, those other two, they never went and gave anything to be posted to the public. They never took it to the public. All this stuff was said between private friends and private conversations. Grimm is the one who exposed all this. Grimm is the one who doxed all of this. So if anybody's going to be mad at anyone for anything that someone said, it's her. Because I have every right to say what I want to say behind the scenes, especially if I'm mad at someone. But if I was truly homophobic, I would have repeatedly kept saying this stuff publicly. But when something happens like that with your child, what are you going to do? I mean, you don't know how you're going to act unless you're in that situation. And the fact that just recently Grimm gave him screenshots that was posted about private things about my daughter. He thought that was funny. So You can make judgments, whatever. If you leave and don't want to support me, whatever. You were never a supporter anyway. Because I don't know one actual true mother who wouldn't have snapped after this man did this. So I just want to apologize to whoever I may have offended. Um, that whole concentration camp thing, not going to apologize for that either. That was all the same night. And like I've told you before, there was no race, ethnicity, nothing was ever brought up. The man's Catholic. He's not even Jewish, for one. And for two, I wanted him to go to the worst place possible for what he did to my daughter, what he was doing to my children, to my family, to my husband, to me. So, and as you can see in the post that WC Awareness will have posted, and he actually has this on his YouTube channel. You can see clearly that he made a false police report call on me. So that this was just the night before last, literally 5 minutes after the live, they showed up. So he can keep lying and saying that he's not doing all this and that, but he is. Y'all believe what you want to believe. I don't care. I just wanted to make sure I apologize to those who may have been offended by anything that I said behind the scenes with so-called friends because I was mad about what happened to my child. Okay? So that's it. I will not be addressing that anymore. I just felt that was important because when I talked to my daughter about it just a few minutes ago, she felt that, even though, yeah, I was mad, that she felt a video just apologizing to anyone else that may have been offended would probably just be the extent of it. Of course, she's not offended, and nobody else that I have a lot of gay and lesbians that mod for me and everything. None of them are offended because they knew exactly why I said that. I wanted to say the worst word possible to hurt the worst to hurt them as worse as I could, whoever it was behind that page. And then when we found out it was him behind that page, then I really went off. So don't trust anybody, y'all. I'm telling you, nobody. Don't trust anybody. I have told y'all this over and over again. Don't be trusting these people around here. They're just a bunch of old, miserable hags with no life. And even when he called my husband a pedophile, yeah, you remember that? On public, not just in someone in chat. He posted that. All because my husband is a few years older than me. But he's failing to tell you guys that he has been with his boyfriend since he was 17 years old. And his boyfriend was 36 years old at the time. And they're still living together 20 years later. So that makes him a pedophile too, then, right? Or how about his grandparents? His grandmother was a minor when she got with his grandfather. So are you calling your grandfather a pedophile too? So don't sit here and be a hypocrite. Because you started this with me when you started messing with my family. Period. You're quick to call people pedophiles all over the place. Not just my husband, but other people. But you sleeping with one every night and have been for the past 20 years. So again, I apologize to whoever I offended. If anybody wants to email me, exposureroom2@yahoo.com, or you can message me on Facebook if you know who I am. I know for a 100% fact those who support us are not offended by this. They're not. They know exactly what happened that night. They know exactly what he's been doing this entire time. Um, and that's why I don't go live or anything like that when I am that upset, because I don't want to say anything that's going to offend anybody. Because when I'm mad, I will use words to hurt you the best I can. And for Carla, yeah, well, she said a lot of things herself that she's failing to show. So, um, I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. Um, the last thing I want to mention is that Carla wanted me to make sure that I let everyone know that it was the other two mods, Ed Side Chick and Prison Tattoos, who were saying the most about the other mods, that I told you guys before about, them being mad at, all the mods, talking about Bam and being ignored and all this other stuff. Ed Side Chick said F Itchy and all that. But Carla was the ringleader of that. She's the one that started that conversation. She's the one that went to the live chat that night and started talking mess, which then triggered off everything else. And no, I'm not excusing what anybody did, but those two didn't go start posting screenshots and giving stuff to the person who legit attacks women and children on a daily basis. They kept it between us. They did not take any of that public. So Itchy was very aware of what had been said. She's already gotten screenshots of it. So at the end of the day, I am not going to be on live talking about this anymore. Okay? I don't care what is said, what is posted, whatever. If you have questions about something that really bothers you, email me or message me. Okay? That's it. I am not addressing this anymore. And like I said, the only reason I did this time is because I wanted to make sure that I didn't offend anybody. My daughter said I may have offended people, but at the same time, based on the situation and the fact that I vented to, I thought someone was a friend. Um, yeah, yeah, that's yeah. But anywho, you guys have a nice day. I am gonna try to do the live tonight, so we can restart our live about the addiction stuff and all that. It depends on how my voice starts doing. It just started doing this morning. And I've been up for quite some time, so I'm really not sure if I'm losing my voice or whatever's happening, or if it was because I was yelling so much. But, oh, excuse me. But most definitely this weekend, I still have to do Crumb Lady, and I still have to do the live that you guys requested, about talking about, traumas, addictions, and stuff like that without any interruptions. Okay, so I'll see you guys soon. I love you guys. Please comment below, if you have any concerns or questions. I will answer everything truthfully. I have nothing to hide. Um, and everyone has said things to their friends in private that they may not be proud of or that may be wrong. But don't forget that WC was making those racist memes about me with that Bobby guy and RDC and all them when they were all in that group chat. Um, I have not posted those because they're very, very triggering. Um, but I just might go ahead and post them to let you guys know that in that group chat, he was right along with them, calling me race, like making these racist memes towards, black people and all that. Um, um, him and these other women were calling my husband like burnt chips or something like that, um, pertaining to the fact that he's darker skinned. So there's a lot of history to this that a lot of you don't know, but a lot of you do. So please respond below if you are aware of what I'm saying, if you have witnessed what I'm saying, because everything that's being posted is being twisted around. Everything. And I already am doing what I need to do, okay? Um, without saying too much. I'm already taking care of it. So just, if you, like I said, if you have concerns about whatever, contact me or comment below this video. One more time, I apologize for anybody I may have offended, but I will not apologize to him. He messed with my children in the worst way possible. Still to this day, stalking my child, sharing their public pictures, their profile pics that they can't make private. So please, guys, quit trusting people. And those of you who want to sit here and say, oh, he's never done anything. No, he was the owner of Turkey Mites, right? Everyone knew that. He doxed me on there as well. He doxed me, my family, my address, all of that. And we knew for one, he went live from that page. I have never, ever, 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 ever doxed him first. I never came on here, posted his address and phone number and his family and all that stuff. I've never even messed with his family. Did I want to? Absolutely. I struggled with it back and forth? Absolutely. But I didn't, because I have more morals for myself than him and his minions do. And you don't have to like me at all. None of you do. Any of you that are riding his coattail, you don't have to like me. But please know that you are just as sick in the head as he is, knowing that all he's doing is lying. When he came up on my panel the other day and I proved the emails that he claims was a lie, all he had to say is about that concentration camp comment. And then said, thanks, that's all I needed, bye, and left. Never addressed the email, never addressed the fact that he just sat here and flat out lied, because he is the one that started this with me. I didn't start any of this. So, anywho, but eventually, um, I don't know if it's going to be on the live we're doing in a couple weeks on a different panel or what, but the screenshots of exactly like the very ending, right before Grim started making those comments on the live, exactly what their complaints were, to prove that it was all because they felt ignored. They felt like I was pushing them away. They felt like I wasn't texting in the chat enough. Whole time, I was sicker than a dog. So I don't understand how that doesn't make sense. I don't. All I'm getting is, we were sick too. I understand that. Nobody told you to keep commenting in the chat. If you're sick, take care of yourself. Walk away. I am not obligated to text anybody. I'm not obligated to go on live. I'm not obligated to do videos. I'm not obligated to do any of that. So to get mad at me because you felt ignored, and then want to lie and say it's because, no, that's not why. And it's not because you're sick. Okay, then what is it? But please know that both of these, William and Carla, are both notorious for making up fake screenshots, messaging each other on fake names and acting like other people. And I know that for a fact, because she was my mod and I knew she did it. And William has done it to several people and got caught. So when all this other stuff doesn't work, don't be surprised if there's fake stuff that's coming out. Because I just went through the rest of that chat, and I just screenshotted all the rest of the comments in that mod chat that I had with them. So anything that's posted that's twisted up or a lie, or actually, why don't you post everybody's comments? You're making it seem like I was the only one saying this and that, or making it seem like the conversation was awkward just because it's my response. Show everybody's. Show everybody's. Why are you just showing mine? You already dragged these girls in it. And said last night that she wanted me to tell the public to make sure they knew that she isn't the one who said F Itchy. She isn't the only one who was complaining about the mods not speaking to them and all that stuff. But the mods already knew that. But Carla is the one who was also talking mess. But not only that, these things were said in private. She's the one that started posting things or giving it to William to post online and to take all this stuff public. She's the one that doxed all of that. I have every right to have private conversations with people I consider my friends. I wouldn't have never done that to them. Never. Because I'm actually a friend. Whatever's done in private and said in private, that's where it stays. I don't care how mad you get at me. But all of this because you felt ignored. And you can't say that's not why, because that's the very first comment you made during the live chat. You're tired of being ignored. I wasn't ignoring anyone. But that's all. This is a long video as it is. So again, guys, I apologize for anybody I offended. And I am sorry that all of this happened. Um, but it is what it is. It is what it is. He has managed to run a lot of content creators off, a lot of individual, followers off by scaring them and all that stuff. And I'm not going anywhere. So I mean, but I don't know what Carla's goal is with this whole thing. I really don't, other than to purposely hurt me, even after she's seen what he did with my children and my family. But that just goes to show that y'all better not trust nobody. So you guys have a wonderful night, wonderful day, whatever, wherever you're at. And I will talk to you guys later. I love you guys. Bye bye.